Welcome to Servant of the Fates. Today we're going to talk about your current, past, or potential lover's true feelings for you. Pick the card that sparks some memory in you. It has your answer. Guidelines below on how to do just that. Feel free to pause this video as you take your pick. As always, timestamps down below. And let's begin. If you chose the Ace of Wands, welcome to your reading. It's timeless. You are meant to see it right now. So, how do they truly feel about you? We have the Eight of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Four of Wands, the World, and the High Priestess. So first of all, who are we talking about? Very strongly, darling, they're a Taurus. The King of Pentacles, that's a card of Taurus, and that is supported by the other Pentacles cards, okay? And with the Wheel of Fortune here, we are talking about someone who's financially stable, right? Someone who's materially wealthy, someone who's solid and reliable. There's a little bit of Saturnian energy here as well, so Capricorn with the World, a bit of Cancerian as well with the High Priestess, which is the card of the moon in astrology. And then we have some Sagittarius as well with the Wheel of Fortune, but on top, very strongly a court card, Taurus, right? Earth sign. So this is the person that we're talking about. And darling, I'm seeing that you're worried a little bit. The Eight of Wands, this is the card of quantity over quality. So you feel like this person, when they're talking to you, they're saying so many things about their day, about their favorite movies, their favorite food, their favorite friends, but they're not saying anything valuable, like how they feel about you, anything romantic, anything emotional. You feel like that part is lacking, right? So sometimes you're afraid that they only see you as a friend because they just rant and rave about so many things, but they don't say anything about how they really feel about you. They don't compliment you, or maybe they do, but in a very lighthearted, jokingly way that it's not romantic at all, right? But darling, you have to know that the reason they're like that is because they're so nervous. They're afraid that you won't feel the same way and you're going to reject them or hurt them, offend them in any other way, right? The Wheel of Fortune, this is the card of gambling, of taking a risk, darling. So they feel like when they say something emotional or romantic, it's like, they're risking this beautiful connection that you have. They feel like it's going to end somehow. You're not going to reciprocate. You're going to feel weird, or you're going to say something that's going to hurt them. They're just so worried, darling. So these things that sound so kind of dumb and shallow, their stories, their jokes, they're actually something that this person really plans like hours ahead. They have like a bullet list of what they want to tell you. Little things, because they're so afraid that they're going to blurt out how they truly feel. Okay, so now you know, darling, you're afraid that they feel nothing. Actually, they feel everything. They feel a lot. And they're so scared that you're not going to reciprocate, or that you're not going to match the strength of their feelings for you. Okay, your next pairing is the King of Pentacles with the Four of Wands. So again, you might feel, darling, like they're too strong a structure. The King of Pentacles, he is the most stable of all of the kings. So you might feel like this person, he or she, is so independent, so perfect in themselves, so complete that your existence in their life is a redundancy, that they can't possibly need you or love you or care for you the way that they do for themselves. And the material things, their property, their career, right, their stance in society, you feel like maybe you're a nobody to this person, right? Maybe you're just a sideshow because they're the King of Pentacles to you. They're someone amazing and wonderful and just so complete and independent. But darling, this is the wedding card in tarot, the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Wands rather. So this is someone who really wants to welcome you in their life. They might not show it. We already know why, because they're afraid that you're going to reject them. But the blending of this Pentacle and Four of Wands energy, right? This is all about stability. Maybe that's why I incorrectly said Four of Pentacles earlier, because they are both about stability. Like I said, he is the most stable of all of the kings. And the Four of Wands, this is the card of four walls, four corners. So again, stability, right? Something that lasts. So their feelings for you, darling, they are not fleeting. Rather, they're long-lasting. But we know that they're kind of afraid as of yet to express everything to you, right? But you are wrong, darling, when you think that they're not welcoming, they're too independent, they don't need you. No, look at them. Look at the gesture of these women. This is your person welcoming you into their heart, or at least wanting to. They're just afraid to fully go there yet. Okay, so this person, you definitely have a place in their life. Okay, so they're intimidated by you and you're a bit intimidated by them as well. You know, it's always like that at the start, but everything's going to be fine eventually. You just need time, right? Your third pairing is the Six of Pentacles and the World. Darling, there's a theme here of masks and pretenses and deceptions, but not malicious ones, right? This is something, you know, that is triggered by fear of rejection, fear of heartbreak, right? That's why there's all these pretenses and pretensions and masks and deceptions and manipulations of pretending to be lighthearted, like they don't care that much about you, right? But really, they have a lot of feelings, because the Six of Pentacles, this is someone who only gives a little, right? Look, someone who's only giving you crumbs. So you probably think, you know, they're just giving me compliments every 3 days. Nothing so consistent, and they're not that sweet to me. They're not romantic at all. You feel like they're only giving you a little, but darling, that's because the way that you see them, the King of Pentacles, well, that's also the way that they see you, the world. They feel as well like you are complete in yourselves, like you are on top of the world, like you have everything you need, that you're this beautiful, amazing, wonderful energy, and that there might be no place for them in your life. It's an echo of how you feel about them, darling. That's why they're only giving you a little, because they're afraid that if they give too much, you're going to be like, I don't need this. Can you like give me some space? Can you go away a little bit? So they're afraid that it's going to be like that, right? They feel like you're so complete and independent, and maybe they should only give you a little because you might feel suffocated by their affections, by their attention, right? So again, masks, pretenses, misunderstandings, but it's usually like that at the beginning, so don't worry, it's all going to be okay. And finally, your last pairing is the Page of Pentacles with the High Priestess. So you might think that they are immature and childish, a page, right? You might think that this doesn't have amazing potential, this connection, this relationship. But really, darling, deep down, they kind of already know how important you are, the role that you will play in their life, okay? Because the High Priestess, this is the card of knowing. Just knowing in your heart, right? In their soul, in their mind, knowing that you are the one for them, that you're someone who will play a crucial role in their journey in this incarnation, right? So they might behave like a bit immature and childish and unsure. Sometimes we already know why: insecurity, fear of rejection, fear of heartbreak, right? But really deep down, they know that you're the one, the High Priestess. So don't worry. You know, like I keep saying, in time, they're going to feel confident. They already have it in them. They're just not ready to come out with it yet, right? In time, they're going to feel comfortable truly expressing how they feel about you. So now we know, darling, there's a lot of playing it cool, a lot of scripted notes, a lot of trying to pretend like they don't care that much, right? Trying to be lighthearted, trying to look really strong and independent. But this person, really, they're head over heels for you, darling. So now you know how deeply this Taurus or Earth energy truly feels for you. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care. If you chose the Ace of Cups, welcome to your reading. It's timeless. You are meant to see it right now. So, how do they truly feel about you? We have the Magician, Temperance, the Queen of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Sun, the Ten of Wands, the Star, and the Five of Cups. So darling, first and foremost, you have a lot of major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 8, right? So quite literally, major means something big, right? Something fated, something destined. So this person that we're talking about, they are meant to be in your life, and they have a lot of positive, amazing feelings towards you, okay? Who exactly are we talking about? At the top of your spread, we have the card of Sagittarius, Temperance. We also have Queen of Pentacles. This is the card of Capricorn. And we have the Hermit, the card of Virgo. For some of you, Aquarius, the Star, but the cards on top are more important as identifiers as to who this person really is. Now, this is so interesting. This person comes off as a player, darling, the Magician, someone who's very attractive and intelligent, someone who appears to be able to get whoever and whatever it is that they want. So you might feel dispensable and replaceable, right, when it comes to your place in this person's life. But darling, that is not true, because here we have the happiest card in tarot, the Sun. This is how they feel about you, darling, or rather, this is how you make them feel, right? The Sun, I mean, look at this child. He is feeling the purest kind of happiness. You know, as adults, it's not easy for us to feel that joyful. Sometimes we have a lot of money, we have the newest car, we have the best gadgets, the biggest mansion, and still, you know, we kind of feel sad and empty, right? I mean, this is what life is like for adults, but children know. You give them their favorite popsicle or this toy that they saw in a TV commercial, and in that moment they are the happiest being in the world. So darling, this is how you make them feel. Every time they're talking to you, every time you're in their environment, every time they're interacting with you, you make them feel like the happiest person alive, right? So this is wrong, the way that you see them, right? It's not who they really are. You are not replaceable or dispensable. You are the only one in their life who can make them feel this joyful. Okay, that's wonderful. Your next pairing is Temperance with the Ten of Wands. So there's a pattern here. Again, darling, this is how you see them. Look at her. She's so calm. Temperance is the card of balance, so not passionate. You don't see them as someone who has a lot of romantic feelings for you. Right? You don't see them as someone who's obsessed with you. They're calm, they're collected, they're just chilling there. This is what you see, but look, this is who they really are inside. Every time you're around, yes, they're happy, but also, darling, they're nervous. Look at his face. Look at the worry, the anxiety. This is how they feel, darling, because they have a lot of feelings for you. 10 of Wands, 10 of passion. Right? That's what it means, darling. So they have a lot of feelings for you. And here's the thing, I'm hearing that some of you are probably working with this person, right? You are, you have this professional relationship or otherwise formal or official connection. And that is why they're afraid to blurt something out. They're afraid to express how they truly feel about you. They're scared to compliment you, to say something romantic, because they're scared that you will feel uncomfortable, that it's going to be inappropriate, right? So there's that factor of being so scared to really express their emotions towards you. So that's why they appear like this. It's an act, darling. It's a mask. Really, they have a lot of passion towards you, but for some reason, they're afraid to express it, okay? Now, this next pairing is something very specific. For those of you who are already in something quite official with this person, okay, if you're already in a relationship with the person that we're talking about, then you might be feeling taken for granted. The Queen of Pentacles, this is someone who only cares about the material world, right? I mean, look at her clutching her gold, right? So you might feel like this person only cares about their career, their finances, their reputation, and they no longer feel for you the way that they used to. They no longer love you like before, right? But that is not true, darling, because each time they think of you, they feel like you were a dream come true, right? The Star. So here's the thing. It's like this person, let's say they have 3 big dreams in life. Okay, they want to be rich, they want to be famous, and they want to find their soulmate. They feel like this is done. You're their soulmate, you're the one. Okay, you're someone that they can rely on. You're someone faithful and devoted. They don't have to worry about you. Now you are their backbone. You are their support. You are the wind beneath their wings so that they can fly and achieve their other dreams. Right? So it's not about being taken for granted. It's just about them knowing that they're safe with you, that your relationship is something trustworthy and secure, and now they're free to pursue their other dreams, right? They're free to chase their other goals. So know that they still very much look at you and see their greatest wish come true. Beautiful. Your last pairing, darling, is the Hermit with the 5 of Cups. So up to now, everything's been contradictory, right? What you think is not really how they feel, but this time around, it's a match. The Hermit and the 5 of Cups, these are both cards of sadness, sometimes even clinical depression, anxiety, fear. So darling, this person that we're talking about, no matter how intelligent or attractive, right, or even, just very financially stable and beautiful and attractive that they appear to be, they are actually kind of broken deep inside, darling, right? So I'm hearing that there was a very tragic heartbreak in their past. Maybe it was their first love or their first marriage or their first relationship. Whatever it is, it left them traumatized, right? So now you're here in their life and you make them happy. You make them ecstatic. You make them joyful, but still, every now and then they check themselves. Okay, they question themselves that maybe if they, allow themselves to fall in love with you so much, you are just going to hurt them the way that somebody else hurt them before, right? So there is this tendency to kind of stay away, right? To isolate themselves like the Hermit. And there is this tendency for pessimism, right? Sometimes thinking the worst of you because they worry that history is going to repeat itself, that they're going to get hurt again. So darling, this is like your message, your advice from the universe that, yes, we know that this person is wearing a mask because they're afraid to get hurt, so they're not expressing all of their honest emotions towards you, but maybe you should, right? The universe is saying maybe it's time that you take the initiative, that you're the one who takes the first step when it comes to expressing your true feelings about this person, so that you can encourage them to also open up to you, because right now they're hurt, they're afraid, and they feel they feel this need to be reassured that this time around no one is going to hurt them, no one is going to crush their heart, right? The way that someone did before. So I know we're talking about this person and you're just sitting there wondering why they're not very active in how they express their emotion for you. But darling, your advice from the divine is that this person, they have a lot of feelings for you, but maybe it's time for you to take the first step, right? Maybe this time around you should take the initiative, because right now there's a lot on their plate and they just feel like this is something, the rejection, the pain is not something that they can handle right now. But if you reassure them that you really are the one for them, their wish come true, then maybe you can help heal this painful energy surrounding them, darling. So now we know this person has a lot of feelings for you, but right now they're very much vulnerable. So if you can, maybe it's time to help them. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care. If you chose the Ace of Swords, welcome to your reading. It's timeless. You are meant to see it right now. So, how do they truly feel about you? We have the 7 of Swords. We also have the Ace of Swords, like the card that you picked. We have the 6 of Cups, the 3 of Swords, the Moon, the 5 of Swords, Justice, and the 9 of Swords. Darling, I feel for this person. There is a lot of darkness and anxiety around them right now. I mean, you have a lot of Swords cards here. Only the Ace of Swords is positive. Everything else is kind of tragic. The 7 of Swords, right? This is about manipulation. This is about pain. And then this is about defeat, the Five of Swords, and then heartbreak, anxiety, right? So there is something that's plaguing your person quite strongly right now. So who exactly are we talking about? We have the card of Pisces here, the moon, and the card of Libra, justice. So these are your clues as to the zodiac sign and the personality of the person that we're talking about. Darling, they are heartbroken as we speak. Someone left them. Okay, for a lot of us, we've all experienced romantic pain, but it's more hurtful what this person went through. The energy surrounding them, it's like someone just left them out in the cold, out of the blue, without any clue that they were going to do that to them. You know, this is someone who just steals away in the night. You know, never replied to them again, never answered their calls, blocked them everywhere, never showed up again. And then like a year or so later, they heard that this person is now married to another. It's that kind of energy. There was no explanation. There was no closure. They were left out in the cold. And it was just very harmful, very painful, very tragic. This is what happened to your person, darling. So now, when it comes to you, they are of two minds. Look, you have this domesticated dog and this wild wolf. A part of them wants to love you, wants to open up to you, wants to give you a chance, right? But the other half is like, are you kidding me? Someone already hurt you before. Why would you let somebody else in, right? So darling, this is the battle that's going through your person's mind right now. They really want to open up to you. They actually always dream about you. The moon, their subconscious is yearning for you, longing for you, craving you. They really want you, not just physically, not just in a shallow way, but spiritually. This is the card of spirituality, the moon. But there's just this part of them that won't allow them to, because they have been so badly hurt before. So this is what's going on, darling. Your second pairing is what makes it sadder, because you have the Ace of Swords. Somehow, some way, because they are a spiritual person, perhaps through a tarot reading, perhaps in their dreams, they know someone, the universe, the divine, told them that you, darling, are the one for them. Ace of Swords. Inner clarity, knowing that something is certain, knowing that someone is destined for them. They actually know. That's why they're always dreaming about you, yearning for you. Right? Because they know that you're about to play a crucial role in their life, that you're destined and fated to be there for them romantically. But again, they're of two minds. The Five of Swords, like I said, this is the card of defeat, darling. So they're afraid. They're looking at you. The potential that the two of you can have, this beautiful connection that can be created between the two of you. And they're afraid that it's going to be a battle that they're going to lose, that you will end everything, leave them the way their ex did, and they're just going to feel like a loser once more. Okay, again, defeated, right? They're afraid to start this beautiful connection because they're so scared that they're just going to be hurt all over again. A lot of fear, a lot of anxiety. And darling, again, your cards are just mirroring each other. This third pairing is just like the first two. They want to give you everything. The Six of Cups, children, so something pure, right? A very innocent and pure and kind and loving and generous emotions. They want to offer you their cup of affections, right? This is how they feel. They have an abundance of feelings for you. Look at the garden, very lush, right? They have a lot of emotions, affections, and love for you. But if this is the heart, this is the mind. And their mind is telling them to cut it out, right? Their mind is telling them to think logically. You have been hurt before, so why would you go through something like that again? Why would you give another person a chance to hurt you again, right? So this is what's going on with them right now, darling. They're of two minds. They really want to give you a chance, your connection a chance. They really want to fall in love with you completely, but there is just this part of them that won't allow them to, because they've been hurt before. There's trauma here, right? So they're so afraid to dive in. That is why the last pairing is all about heartbreak, darling. Your Three of Swords. Look, this is their heart right now, literally. it's so thick with pain, darling. Whether this heartbreak happened 7 weeks or 7 years ago, it's still very fresh deep inside them. Okay? And it's torturing them. The Nine of Swords anxiety, because they know that they want to be with you. They know, right? They have this realization, this clarity, this divine message from the universe that you are someone fated for them. They know it, but there's just a part of them that won't allow you to come in. And it's torturing them, darling. It's really torturing them. So all I can say, we asked how do they really feel about you. They have real love for you. They have a lot of affections for you. Unfortunately, sadly, they're not ready to do anything about it yet, darling. This Libra or this Pisces that we're talking about right now, they're simply not ready. Okay, they have to heal first. So either you are fated to give them space at the moment, or you are destined to help them heal this heartbreak, right? Whatever you do is up to you, but know that this person has true, pure feelings for you, darling. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care. If you chose the Ace of Pentacles, welcome to your reading. It's timeless. You are meant to see it right now. So, how do they truly feel about you? We have the Four of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Emperor, another four. We have the Three of Wands, the Two of Wands, Judgment, the Lovers, and the Six of Swords. So, darling, in a nutshell, this person feels like you're the one for them. Okay? They feel like you are the one that they want to spend the rest of their life with. You have fours, 3 fours, that is all about stability, right? Emotions that are solid, affections that are trustworthy and can be relied on. This person thinks you are something long-term, that your connection should be forever. And then that is supported by this life purpose true calling card, as well as the ultimate soulmate card. So this is a very positive reading. Who exactly are we talking about? With the Emperor here, this is the card of Aries. With the Lovers here, it's the card of Gemini. And this is the card of Pluto, ruler of Scorpio. So, darling, those are your clues as to the sun sign, the rising sign, and the Venus sign of the person that we are talking about. Now, sometimes you might think that this person doesn't care about you as much as you do for them. The Four of Swords. This is the card of being too cool, too chill, not romantic enough, not passionate or emotional enough. Look, he's resting. So sometimes, darling, you feel like this person does not have a lot of strong feelings for you, right? But actually, they are not sleeping. They're planning. They're strategizing. The Two of Wands, this is the card of decision making. This is the card of being very active behind the scenes. So, darling, they are not yet expressing how they truly feel about you because they're planning it. They don't want to sound stupid or weird or dumb when they say it. They want it to be very sincere, very romantic, right? When they actually tell you how they truly feel, when they unveil their true emotions. So they're planning it, darling. They're waiting for the right time, the right moment, the right atmosphere and environment. So don't worry, they're not sleeping. They are strategizing, okay? They really have a lot of feelings for you. They think like, you're their world. You have the potential to be their everything. This is how they feel about you. And this is like a mirror of that, darling. Sometimes you feel like this person is a bit bored by your personality, by your presence, right? The Four of Cups, this is the card of apathy. Again, not caring, being too chill, too cool, right? Being bored with you, but really it's the other way around. Here we have Judgment. This is how they truly feel. This is the card of realization, ultimate realizations, knowing their life purpose, knowing their true calling, knowing that you are the one that's fated, that's destined to be with them. And it's kind of big, right? I mean, it's a big realization to be faced with. So right now, darling, they are kind of withdrawing every now and then because they're kind of digesting that information. They are still processing the realization that you are the one for them, that they actually found their soulmate. So sometimes they're just chilling, withdrawing, kind of trying to understand, what does this mean? What does this entail for me? What do I have to do now that I know who's meant to be with me? And to you, externally, that can be perceived as boredom, as not caring, like both like the Four of Swords. So both of them are about this boredom, kind of, detached energy. But really, darling, it's not that, right? It's something's happening deep within them. They're planning, they're strategizing, because they just had this major realization about your role in their life. So they're still trying to understand that. They're still trying to kind of devise what to do with that. Okay, so right now they're really going inside, they're meditating, they are just thinking so hard. What does this mean for me? What do I have to do next? Okay, so right now they're going through a process, and this is kind of a clue as to what they're doing right now. So far we said they're processing, they're digesting. This is one of the things that they're doing in order to accomplish that. The Emperor and the Lovers. So every time you look at them, you just feel like maybe they're too strong, the Emperor, right? They're too independent, right? That maybe they're too mature for you. They don't need you, right? They have other needs, other wants in this life, other desires, and you are not one of them. They just come off as this really intimidating, really alpha energy, right? Whether they're a man or a woman, this is how you see them as. But, darling, they are projecting that energy for you. It's not about pretenses. It's not about pretending to be this authoritative person or something like that. It's about them sincerely trying to be the strongest, the best, the most powerful that they can be, so that they will be ready for their union with you. Because this is an echo of this, darling. This is also the realization that you are their soulmate. You are their other half, the one that they're meant to spend the rest of their life with. And just imagine, if you're young, if you're in your teens, and this is them having this realization, can you just imagine the amount of emotions, of information that they're emotionally, spiritually processing right now? So there's just a lot of strategizing, a lot of thinking, reflecting, and this is what they're trying to project. This energy of someone who's in control, right? It's like they're readying themselves for union with you. They know that once this union happens, they can't be weak. They can't be, someone who's unsure, uncertain, unstable. That's why they're projecting this very independent and alpha energy. Not to distance themselves from you, not to intimidate you, but to prepare themselves for union with you. Okay, that is really what's going on. They have a lot of emotions for you, and more importantly, they know that you're not just some random fling, that you're not just some relationship that's going to pass them by eventually, something they're going to give up. They think of you as endgame, darling. That's why they're taking a lot of time to digest it, to process it, and to ready themselves for it. And very, very soon, they will make a move. The Three of Wands and the Six of Swords, they're mirroring each other. These are two people who are about to cross the ocean. Darling, look at him. He's waiting for his ship, right? And he is actually on his boat. So they're both about to come towards you. Okay? This is the card of 3 days, Three of Wands. And the Six of Swords is the card of 6 weeks. So for some of you, as early as days. For others, it's going to be 6 weeks. But either way, this person is about to reveal their true feelings for you, darling. They're going to send you this message, write you this letter, write you this song, recite you this poem, serenade you one way or another. There is something big that's going to happen, okay? They are going to tell you how they truly feel. They are about to make their move, darling. So I can sense that very soon you are going to be very happy. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care.